Alright guys, I've got another video just continuing the notepad series here. So we'll start off today with the third eyeman. You can see he's got his third eye chilling and his other two eyes as well, and his nose, and some wrinkles on his face. And he's just, looking around, I guess. And then here we have the lone wolf, and then there's like this stain you can see over here. I don't know, I don't know what that was, but that was definitely an accident. That was probably some food liquid or something. But you can see the moon over here, and the tree, and the wolf is just chilling by himself, and there's some stars in the background, and lots of grass. And then over here we have a continuation of the stain, the mystery stain. I don't really remember what that was. But then this one is sleeping somnambulists. And you can see they all have their eyes closed. And they're just kind of doing what somnambulists do, which is sleepwalk. And you've got this crazy guy here on the left with this really cool hat. Strange body shape, and then this dude here, he's got a really cool elbow pose. He's throwing back his elbows up to his shoulder height, and just walking around like that because that's how cool people walk when they're sleepwalking. And he's got a pretty cool nightgown as well. And then you can see the rhino over here is really happily just sleepwalking around, and he's got a pretty fat back, you can tell by the fat roll in his back, but that's okay because, fat's pretty good for rhinos, I think, in some degree. This one is really hard to explain. I guess it's not that hard, it's just kind of strange, this weird eyeball, with the optic nerve hanging out the back. And this little Pac-Man angry or, ravenous Pac-Man figure trying to eat the optic nerve. And then the eyeball has this weird hat, I guess, or something. And he's just chilling in the middle of the road. You can see the moon is out, and there's some trees, and some bushes. And just a strange scene overall. And here we have the beef car trips, and you can see this car is just plowing down the road, and then this really weird snake is on the opposite side of the road as the car, and perhaps maybe the car can't see him because he's just out of the purview of the lights, but that's okay. It looks like he's probably going to miss the snake, so the snake will be okay. And then here we have a pirate ship, just chilling on the water. You see its pirate sails. This is the indication that it is indeed a pirate ship. And then some sort of diplodocus or I don't know. There's a plesiosaur, maybe a plesiosaur, but like somewhat mixed with a narwhal or something, because you can see he's got this horn on his head and spikes on his neck. So some kind of narwhal plesiosaur hybrid, and some fish just chilling underneath the boat, probably unbeknownst to the pirates. And you can tell it's moon, or it's nighttime because of the moon. And then here we have what appears to be an outer space scene, as you can tell by the stars, the planets down there. You got one planet with a ring and a whole bunch of moons orbiting it, and some kind of spicy spot on the top, and then an Earth-like planet over here, perhaps an exoplanet with just one moon, and then you've got the magnet over at the top part, and you can tell it's got some sort of modifications, perhaps like a satellite dish and a few other antennae that are probably used for purposes that we just don't know about. But you can see how that's just directed towards these planets, and it's probably doing them some good. And then here we have a pretty typical scene, I think. This is just a bear and a leprechaun type character. You can see his little leprechaun suit and his leprechaun hat with the clover in the fold of the hat, or whatever you call that, the bill, I guess. And he's got his cool triangle glasses, and he's just waving because he's pretty happy because the bear is actually just shitting money, and money and diamond, like jewelry or whatever, diamonds and coins. And then you can see in the back here, the bear has already been back here, and he shit a whole bunch of money and jewelry, jewels, I guess. It's not really jewelry. And the leprechaun guy's pretty happy about that because I think he's really into that kind of stuff. And then you can see the son is pretty excited as well, and he's got a really weird mustache goatee combo, but he's rocking it. He's happy, he's excited, and all is well here. And then I think that number is really not supposed to be there. I think that was somebody who called me, and then I tried to reverse look up the number. I'm sure it was just some telemarketer or something. Oh shit. And then here we have Bloomberg, which is a take on Bloomberg, which is that rich dude from New York. He seems like a cool guy. There's nothing against him at all. This just happens to be a different take on Bloomberg. It's Bloomberg, as you can tell by the title up there. And basically, each one of these three drawings is a part of the phrase. Like, this is blue. I'm not sure why, but this is this strange-looking dude with his nasty teeth and what could be a dirty Sanchez that he doesn't even know about, and his egg eyes and bad haircut and just nasty gut. He represents blue for whatever reason. And then is this eyeball with the optic nerve attached, again for whatever reason. And then Berg is really the only one that makes any sense, because it's actually an iceberg, and you can see the tip of the iceberg floating above the water, and then the rest of it hanging down beneath the water with a shark, an octopus, some fish, and the sun and the clouds at the top with some birds. And that's basically just an alternate take on Bloomberg. And then here we have this one. Probably finish out with this one because I think this video is running a little long, or at least longer. But this one is what a fat shit. And you can see how fat this shit is, because it's, these are mountains and a lake and a forest. And then here is a whole city little scene with a road. And this fat shit is just whiny and crying kind of, character with a big fat belly. And then, that could either be a streak of poo or his tail, whatever you want it to be. And then you can see he's got his fat mitts with just his thumb and then the mitt, because that's just what a fat shit he is. And you can see his fat belly and just his fat whiny expression. and I would venture to say this was inspired by somebody that I know, but I don't feel the need to name drop or call them out. But at the time, I was dealing with this really annoying fat person, and this is what I drew. All right, and I guess that'll do it. Stay tuned for more. I guess I have quite a bit more, but that'll be it for now. All right, thanks.